Yeah, just routing Magmor from Talon is just a really annoying thing to do, especially if you have Spider and could get all the way to Workstation. Oh, there's Grapple. Okay. So, that puts Root Cave and our Wave Beam into Logic.
Yeah, we'll see if he turns around for that. I would... Ooh, that's a hard decision if you go for Root Cave or not. Because that early X-Ray really makes it sus, but... Yeah, that's a tough one to decide.
Okay, it seems that Death King is going for Triclops Pit area. This is
JhavA does SJF even with Space Jump. Triclops Pit dash? That's a cool dash.
Indeed. Okay, what do we got?
A third Power Bomb expansion. We're gonna have all the Power Bomb expansions before we find mates.
You do like to see... You always want more PBs than none at all.
Yeah, for sure. Usually if you're not doing door lock rando though, 4 is usually enough to get by everything.
4 if you're like still like actively conscious about picking up drops when you see them and trying to just get all the guaranteed drops that you know.
Yeah, like in there's not a whole lot of power bomb uses, but there's a few like Life Grove and Storage Cave and Magma Pool, but most of them are in mines, and in mines you can get 4 in Central Dynamo guaranteed. So usually 4 will be enough, but if you're playing door lock rando, it is never enough.
It never is. We haven't seen Lava Lake yet, but it's coming up right now on Cartoon Network. And JhavA is reading his hints and is going to find the sad truth that OP is in fact required.
I would imagine now Death King is going to head back to Tower of Light after doing this through the Sun Tower elevator to get up the Ice Beam.
Yeah, you definitely want to get ice as fast as you can. That is one of the biggest region locking beams out there. I think even more than wave, honestly.
Oh yeah, for sure. Ice locks off almost every check-in mines except main quarry. It locks off a lot of Talon and Farfen, and then it also locks off a few checks in Chozo. So it does lock off like 40 checks, just to estimate. I don't know exactly how many, but it locks a lot.
Indeed.
Except for in next week, where it locks nothing and is really hard to find.
Yeah, make sure to tune in for next week's preset. We got a real spicy one. It's Major Minor Split, as well as all of the doors are turned blue.
It's really fun to play. I've done some practice. I've been really enjoying it. It's a lot of fun, but ice can be very elusive.
Mm-hmm. Does our E-tanks counted as major items for Major Minor Split?
Energy tanks?
Like energy tank locations and stuff?
No, they don't.
Ooh, okay.
It's just the major items, the like the progression items, including the charge combos. Those count as majors, as well as artifact locations.
Okay.
So Phazon mining tunnel artifacts are quite common.
Okay, that makes sense. Echoes, E-tanks are treated as major items in Major Minor Split. So, or I think they are no longer. I think that was like they changed that in a recent update.
Yeah, recently after seeing this preset, Randovania, the devs updated Major Minor Split.
Mm-hmm.
I have not done Echoes Major Minor before.
I have done it in a multi-world before, and it was okay. I'll just say that.
Yeah, I mean, I've been really enjoying it in Prime 1 for sure, though. Death King is on his way to pick up the Ice Beam and Tower of Light as JhavA just save warped, and I assume is heading into Magmore. Probably wants to go into Magmore from Lava Lake side. That way you can just clear it out from front to back. Yes, we have seen Main Plaza Tree. It was a nothing.
Okay, we did see it. Nice.
I'm pretty sure it was nothing. JhavA looked at it through X-ray visor, and it looked like a nothing. It was certainly an orb of some sort, and I think it was a nothing because it didn't look like boost ball.
Still attempting the scan dishes. I appreciate the effort, but you don't. I see the thing that you don't want to do is you don't want to turn out of your scan dashes like that. That kills your speed. So you want to kind of just let go of the controller after you flick.
Yeah, Beer's just going for the missile strat here.
Interesting staggering of the missiles there.
JhavA is making his way to far Chozo now. We'll see where he goes from there. He could go bar skip to mines, which would make sense, or could go just a save war from there, or might route back into Talon from Frigate Crash site as well.
Okay. I mean, yeah, this is Ice being in Chozo. This isn't actually that bad of a play.
Yeah, it makes sense to do these. But after this, I would definitely head to Magmore with that barrier suit.
Oh yeah, with those Super Zen Spiders, we could do Flagra, but Flagra is slow, and I don't know. I am in the camp of just always skipping Flagra if it's not important, and sometimes that bites me, sometimes it doesn't. More often than not, it actually doesn't. So,
I always choose to skip Flagra, which sucks when there is actually something on Flagra. I always last location it, but usually there's nothing there, so it's all right.
Death King successfully gets the Ice Beam and is now going to see where he goes from here.
And meanwhile, we're seeing the Hall of the Elders check. Yeah, just a nothing in the tree. Oh, flamethrower.
Nice. All of the flamethrowers.
Very fun item.
Yeah. Looks like no HPJ today. This can... Yeah. The HPJ is hard, so I don't get it. I can't even do it.
Yeah.
But it just skips having to fight ghosts here again, because it's opening that wave slot and using that causes the ghosts to appear in this room again. If you never use it, they just never come back in this room.
And we're gonna see Magma Pool now as well, which all through... Actually, no, we don't have boost, but we can... This is in logic, just a missile, as well as training chamber access, and we're gonna see the training chamber item peaked as well.
Yeah, this is good to just remember. I forgot about it, so
energy tank
tends to be forgotten. Training chamber, E-tank. Okay, so nothing here.
Nothing there. Looks like the next progression will probably be in either Mines or Fenderana.
Empty chamber is dead. So here, don't have boost, and we know that Great Tree Chamber is an artifact. So
I would go and pick up the Great Tree Chamber now.
Yeah,
JhavA maybe for gore, or it's just taking a save here. We'll see. Hopefully remembers. No, it doesn't look like it. Well,
even we can not going for Overgrown Cavern either. Interesting.
No, That is unfortunate to forget that, but we can come back later. It shouldn't cost too much time, but that is definitely a time loss for forgetting that.
I guess maybe it'll pay off if Life Grove has like plasma or something later, but that would be bad anyways. So yeah, I don't know. Okay, so from here, JhavA might want to go to Lava Lake. He hasn't done magma from that way, I don't believe.
That would make sense, and it would. For Death King, looks like he's headed into Talon. Probably gonna make his way over to the. What's that elevator? Make his way over to Root Cave and take that elevator into Magmore, and then
Twin Fires.
Yeah, Twin Fires. Make his way into Magmore and then probably into Fendrana from there. Could take either the Quarantine Monitor or Shorelines elevator. But we are going to see Root Cave, and that is in logic.
Oh,
and with that, oh,
don't be careful of that. That can yank you all the way down, and it's stupid why that exists. But yeah, just be careful in the future.
Bonus plasma? No. Oh, there's the last power bomb expansion. We have all 4.
Wow. Okay. Nice. No arbiter out of bounds.
We have fake mains right now.
Okay, that's really good, actually. Just like to see them. Okay.
Yeah, that'll make going through mines will be a lot easier since we don't have mains. Well, if we don't find mains before then.
And JhavA is heading to the Sun Tower elevator. Is he going to go through it? Yes. Okay.
Yep.
Lava Lake is coming up. On JhavA's side, won't find anything here. I don't believe anything of importance was here.
Yeah, just the grapple and Warrior Shrine. And it looks like Death King is gonna be making his way over to
You need gravity.
What is that? Can you slope jump?
I
Can
don't
you do that?
think you can slope jump that. No.
I've just done the standable on Sand Dash. Let's see what happens next.
Okay.
Oh, we have Spider anyways, you can just do this. Yeah, making his way over to the Quarantine Cave elevator.
Okay.
Which I would say yes, because I would, with the ice being the most recent thing in logic, want to make my way to Farfendrana first.
Fair enough assumption. Okay. Also, Quarantine Monitor is entirely in logic right now, so that likes to be just a stray check that just eludes a lot of players. We saw that a lot in odd weekly settings in week 1. A lot of progression in Quarantine Monitor.
Thermal and Qmon?
That would be bad. That'd be the worst item to find in there.
That's always fun when you see that.
Just surprise, you get to fight third spawn.
Yeah, JhavA's gonna want to pick up that extra power bomb expansion, which will bring him up to 2, I believe. Because he has not gotten the one in Shore Tunnel or Root Cave yet.
Okay, so I guess, yeah, Root Cave was kind of a bait here with that early X-ray. Doesn't really do anything for us now.
Yeah, well, it's good because we don't have to hunt for it.
Indeed. Okay. Going straight to mines, actually. Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, that's interesting, but not in logic currently, without main power bombs.
I would wait until main PBs.
Yeah, I would head to Farfendrana right now.
Maybe, I guess Vent Shaft, MQA, the like, could still be stuff.
Yeah. Well, I mean, again, this isn't logical at this point, And we also logically would need boost ball to make it out from lower mines if we do go there. So there's several items locking this off from being in logic. So I would say you go to Farfenderana right now.
True. Although we could just have main PBs in Farfendrana and just expect us to go through here anyways.
Yeah, that is true. That could happen.
But honestly, I think that's unlikely.
Yeah, JhavA also did that same climb for that room. It's called Monitor Station. Yeah. I always forget the room names. Can never remember them.
They don't have a check. It's not important.
Yeah.
Although this room is next to an elevator, we usually reference this as the Monitor Station elevator. Thank you, by the way, Randovania devs, for changing the names of the elevators to just signify what room they're next to. Because I know that was a very annoying thing in vanilla game, just having to know what east and west is. I've never ever used that in my life ever.
Yeah, and especially with the fact that there are only 4 directions and 5 elevators in Magmore and Talon, so 2 of them have the same name.
Yeah. Okay.
I only remember that Main Plaza is west and Sun Tower is north. That's all I can remember.
Okay. Interesting. Yeah, I could not tell you. I've not paid attention to that.
Oh, those are main power bombs. Okay, so the logical path to mines was through Frigate.
Okay.
And that means that gravity and thermal are in Fenderana.
Okay. Interesting.
Death King says no.
That's maybe actually a really good play. The Plasma and Phazon can still get us, but
yes.
See, we're going for upper mines here before we head down to lower mines.
Yeah, I would say that's the right play. No boost, so we do have to get elite research all the way around. We cannot do the clip.
But the nice weight buster.
And also,
we could still do the spinner manip in elite research and just take us right back here, but that is kind of slow. But I think it's still faster than backtracking.
Yeah, if you're not getting the item, it's relatively quick to do the spinner manip. It's much faster than going through mine security station. That room is very slow.
Thankfully, both runners have started with charge.
And JhavA is doing the Arbor Chamber wall crawl.
Ooh, let's go.
Let's go. Double bomb jump.
Bombs make this relatively free. Just fall in.
Yep, man, that's successful. Just got to transition in the room, and then you can pick up the item.
There you go. Nice.
And since for whatever reason, the Retro decided to make that plasma door on one side and a blue door on the other, we can just wall crawl right in without plasma and leave. And we don't need plasma.
It's better for us, honestly. Oh. Okay, main quarry wasn't anything. Security access A is
the logical check with the main power bombs.
Mm-hmm.
Energy tank. Hopefully the artifact will be on Philip, because if it's in the upper wall check in elite research, although we can get the item, it's very, very slow. But this might be a save warp from Death King.
I wonder if he knows that those PBs are out of logic without gravity and thermal. Yep. Honestly,
Yeah, that's a safe one.
Kind of against the play in the first place, but then finding those main PBs actually kind of make you want to stay there.
Yeah, that's we'll see how that ends up playing out, though. We still have not seen Vendrana from either side yet, so it could just be staring us right down in the lighthouse.
It does seem like JhavA is going to be making his way to Vendrana right now, though.
Yeah, no other reason to go this way other than to make it to Vendrana.
Death King still has not realized that they enabled Spring Ball.
Yeah. And forgot you already did the puzzle, too.
Now, where is Death King going now? I guess
Far chosen.
Far. Although he's done Far Chosen, although
That was JhavA.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Death King has not done Far Choso, and we'll see if Death King picks up the artifact in Great Tree Chamber as well. That would give him a decent lead because JhavA did not do that. Or check Overgrown Cavern.
Okay, but we got Shorelines coming up here. What do we got for us today?
Yeah, this Vendrana region is very packed with checks. Much more compared to mines or the Chozo place, Chozo ruins.
Is that Ice Spreader in Lighthouse?
I think that was just a missile.
It looked like a beam combo to me.
Okay. Yeah, it's always hard to see that. Oh well. JhavA could get that if he wants it, so if he picks it up, it'll probably just be like Ice Spreader or something.
Yeah, if it's Ice Spreader, pick it up. It'll make your life a lot easier with Exo.
Oh, no, it is a missile. Okay. Okay, Chapel of the Elder's time. Unfortunately, neither runner seemed to talk about IS, so Infinite Speed by default is banned for the race. So we will not be able to pick up Chozo Ice Temple first pass, and we'll have to come back here with Plasma.
Yes, and also, we do not have Boost Ball.
True. So yeah, you can't even really get it in the first place. That's kind of important. Yo, vanilla Ice Temple climb? Okay. Why not?
I know the climb for it, but a lot of the time I just forget that it exists. So like I'm usually 50-50 on whether I do the vanilla climb or the fast one.
Yeah, there is a BSJ for an Arbor Chamber, but I don't like BSJs in Prime, so I choose not to do it. I do know that Sam knows it. It's like not the worst, but it's still a BSJ that you have to kind of balance.
Nothing in Chapel.
Okay. So I guess Chozo Ice Temple can only really be Phazon suited at this point, since we know we need Plasma for artifacts.
Or maybe Boost Ball.
Yeah, I guess it could, but okay, yeah, we don't have any actual boost locked checks, do we? Or artifacts?
No, I don't think we do, no.
Yeah.
We have elite research. There's a 50-50 on that.
That is true.
That is true, yes. If it's elite research and you don't have boost, and you know it's the artifact, if you know how to do the spinner manip, that's what I would do. But it is very slow if you're not. I don't have a lot of practice with it. I've done it like once, and it is very, very slow if you haven't done it very much. But generally going to be faster than backtracking. But the main thing is it is possible without boost.
spider track is nothing. Pro tip: there's actually a standable on that first pillar that JhavA's right now on that you can climb to just get to the spider track really early. So you can actually check the spider track first and then the ice, which actually makes that room a lot faster. I did not know that until this tournament. It's actually really helpful. Just nice convenience.
And we're gonna see Overgrown Cavern from Death King as well, which is a new check we have not seen yet. And an ice lock check too.
Does Death King even go for frigate after this?
I wouldn't say so. Not without gravity suit or thermal.
Just an E-tank.
But also did not pick up the Great Tree Chamber artifact. Neither of the runners did that.
Okay.
I don't know if you noticed, but JhavA was doing the vanilla strats for Ice Ruins West with the icicles.
Using the icicle. Yeah.
Oh.
That cutscene is still there. Toaster, please remove. Or I guess Miguel at this point, that's what he's doing right now. Shoutouts to Miguel for actually implementing, or is currently working on actual cutscene skips for Prime.
Those walking ice things do a ton of knockback. And JhavA just got hit off the cliff just by walking into one.
Yeah, why do they have such high knockback? It makes no sense.
Maybe typo, I don't know, when they were programming it.
Because
or maybe they just felt like making them do a ton of knockback.
Be just like an in-house gag, and like, well, you know, it'd be really funny. They just flung you out across the
yeah, yep.
Guys, get a load of this. Boom. Yeah, we're keeping that. Okay, well, the ice is
a missile.
Okay. Oh. Oh. Okay. I thought Death King was going back through Overgrown Cavern, but no, this is back to Magmore. Okay, now, does Death King go for front or for back of Vendrana at this point? Or even back to Mines?
Yeah. At this point, we know that there was really nothing in the front, but I would still think Death King's going to do the front.
Yeah, front is a really good safe bet for things to be, but
yeah,
those main PBs in Elite Control Axis just makes me really want to just stay there, because at this point it really could just be like just vanilla thermal and vanilla gravity for this point. Who knows?
Yeah, they're both gonna be in Vendrana somewhere, unless they're on Flagra.
That's right, we just neither one fought Flagra. At this point, I think that Flogger would either have gravity or thermal if it were to have a major. I doubt it has phase-on suit, honestly.
What if it had both?
That would be really funny, and yeah, that would be funny.
That's why you tune in next week, because both Flagra checks are majors. You can have a double required Flagra. And early wild is very important as well.
Oh, that's right. I gotta practice my early wild again.
I practiced last night. I'm pretty bad at it.
The friction of the wall is very inconsistent sometimes, so it's just annoying.
I just have a hard time actually like getting up on the ledge. Like I can bomb jump up fine. It's just getting off, like getting onto the ledge that's hard.
It's once you get past that vine that's on the wall, you want to unmorph at the right time so that you like get like extra height from the bomb that you do when you do bomb jump stuff, like say monitor station. And you just switch your control stick from up left to up right. Yeah, it's not the worst. The hardest part is just maintaining the consistency.
Vanilla entryway climb as well.
True. Okay, so we are seeing a labs play before Thardus. This is not that worse. We do have Ice Beam, so we could just route right into Farfen.
Yes, I agree with this play. And we're seeing Death King basically do the exact same thing that JhavA did. The roles have kind of reversed a little bit here, with JhavA now being just slightly ahead of Death King, but Death King does have the knowledge of main PBs being in mines, which could be big. The mines kind of switched him up. Oh, reset.
He might not know Observatory Dash.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, maybe not know Observatory Dash.
That is.
I want to note also that he scanned the elevator in the ascent of Hydra, which is not very common, just because the climb there is not too difficult. I apologize for popping in so much. I just think these things are very interesting.
No worries, Pierre. Feel free. It's fine. We love Pierre here. Shoutouts to our tracker, Pierre, who's been double tracking this whole race. Doing really well at it so far.
Yes. So I would say we're probably going to see Thardus and then head into Farfen from there.
Okay.
Or not.
Maybe wants to just go through Kumon and just peek that and then do Farfen. That could be big if Thardus is not anything.
That would make sense.
Ooh, I still think the journey through Magmorn is faster than Thardus, but honestly, I wonder by how much.
Here, hold on. I need to go take care of something. I'll be back in like a minute.
Very cool. Okay, so I guess where does JhavA go from Magmor? Oh, the alternative climb strats for Rune Courtyard. I like these. Nice, well done.
Yeah, okay, I'm back fast.
Welcome back. Seth Bling here. It's relatively fast. Okay, where does Death King go from here?
We'll see if Death King goes for Thardus or Observatory Dash, or if he does the same thing that JhavA did. Looks like Thardus because he's bringing out Power Beam.
Ooh, okay. I get this could be big. We do know that Hydra's not anything, which is our only logical check in labs. So this could be a good.
Well, from the back, it's all in logic because we can go from the back.
That is true.
Thardus is out of logic, of course, because we don't have thermal.
Yes, that is true. Thardus is not, but Quarantine Monitor is.
No, that's not in logic either, because invisible objects is set to none. You can't logically open the door to get in.
Well, from the back, you can.
Yeah, coming from Magmor, you can enter.
From Port Station, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, no worries.
No bombs.
Maybe there's no.
Yeah, maybe. You can essentially deal with half of the rock phase immediately with bombs. It'll turn it off of the thermal visor phase and deal half of the rock's health. It'll deal 150 damage for one bomb to it, so it's a lot quicker to just use bombs against these as he's rolling.
Yeah, I did see him try to use power bombs, but power bombs don't like to work on Thardus sometimes.
Yeah. You can use them right away to break the first rock immediately, and you can also get the second rock immediately with the same power bomb, and then you can use them against the final rock. But
yeah, he is too big to move around the power bomb's hitbox for it to like deal enough damage for it to actually matter. So
well, that one did work.
Bombs.
That power bomb did actually work though, right there. got rid of the rock immediately.
Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, because it is still, yeah, it's wonky.
But I would say for sure you want to save one of the power bombs for the end.
Yeah.
We might want to ask him in the interview if he knows about using bombs.
Okay, where does JhavA go from here?
I think into Fenderana.
Okay, it does seem to do that. Alright. So I guess this does technically, both runners will converge, but Death King is still, I think, ahead. I hesitantly say.
Instant morph.
Like, yikes. That is always scary when that happens.
It's always really funny because he rolls super fast too. Ooh, this rock has a really wonky hitbox if you're not looking at it on thermal visor. Like, as you can see, all the shots are just phasing straight through that rock.
Mm-hmm.
You have to hit it right at the bottom for it to work.
Yeah, this is another reason why we opt for bombs here.
Yeah, because once it's on the combat visor phase, that rock is pretty much... the wonkiness of the hitbox goes away.
Okay, well, JhavA is going to be getting to Quarantine Monitor before Death King.
Will he do Thardus? I'd say not, because he went around.
So. Yeah.
If he went around, he could have just done Thardus from the front, and that would have just been a ton of time wasted, so I'd imagine he's not doing Thardus here.
And?
Plasma.
No way.
Oh, alright. Now that's go mode minus boost ball, potentially, and face-on suit. And like I said, that boost requirement can be skipped, but we'll see if the runners are able to do that skip.
That's huge, actually. If JhavA were to somehow just go straight to mines, he could just full clear right away.
Yes.
Yeah, but Farfen is a lot more appealing with its easier checks, I guess.
Yeah. Do we have any artifacts here?
I don't think so. It's so it's Elite Research, Elite Quarters, and PCA. And JhavA has 2 others. I guess our last one is just Great Tree Chamber on JhavA's end. He has the other 2.
Yes, so we do not have any artifacts here, and most of these checks are not in logic without gravity suit. Well, a few of them are. Most of them are in logic.
Yeah, it just gravity chamber itself is hard to get out of gravityless.
Lower grav chamber is out of logic right now, but it's a relatively easy to get out. I mean, it can be finicky. It's inconsistent, but it's not super difficult. That's what I would say about the gravityless escape.
Okay, Thardus is dead on Death King's side. We'll see if this
It's face on suit.
Face on
suit would face on suit or boost would make this worth it. Bonk.
And
Ice spreader. Well, the game said, "Thank you. We can't give you progression, but we at least want to give you something for going through the trouble."
consolation prize.
Yeah, that's the consolation prize, Ice spreader.
But the real prize is going to be this plasma beam and quarantine monitor.
Yes, and they've both picked this up pretty close to each other, so this is still pretty close. Neither of them have knowledge on where Face on Suit is, but Death King does have the knowledge of main PBs and that Mines is essentially not in logic until we get gravity, and thermal. I've been playing too much Minecraft recently.
So, honestly, I Doesn't seem like it, but I think that plasma should be enough convincing for Death King to go back to mines now. He can get all the artifacts there. And
Oh, what's he doing? Is he going to go to Farfen? He's looking at the artifacts again. Probably going to see that there are none in Farfendrana or labs. And we'll see what it does with that info. He's going to be pushing on. Or maybe not. Nope. Turning back around.
Okay. This could potentially be huge.
This is huge if we have Phazon Suit in mind. If Phazon Suit's in Fendrana, that'll give JhavA quite the lead.
At this point, it can still be anywhere. We've left checks in every region.
That is true, yes.
I guess the worst would probably be Magmore, because at that point it would just have to be plasma processing. And we need boost for that.
Is that thermal down there? Yes, that is.
Ooh, okay.
So, gravity must be in labs somewhere then.
Okay, does JhavA know the escape?
Probably. If he went down for it, I assume so. Yep, just attempting these slope jumps. These can be inconsistent, but it just takes a few attempts to get up. It's not super difficult, it's just inconsistent. Meanwhile, Death King headed into mines.
Okay, so from here, you would want to do lower mines first, since it loops you back to PPC. It's better than doing a backtrack to Elite Research. Which,
yes, for sure.
Which Death King has already done, so yeah, he'll definitely go lower mines.
Yeah, I think we're going to see lower mines. I think this really just does come down to Phazon Suit at this point. I mean, Death King will take the lead on artifacts here, though.
Hey, JhavA successfully escapes Gravity Chamber. It is now just Chamber, no gravity. And from here, still has to finish Farfen, but I wonder what he ends up doing with that plasma.
Yeah, does he go into labs or does he head into mines now?
Oh,
that's Phazon Suit right there.
Ooh, okay. That puts Death King in a solid lead now.
Yeah. Won't have to go back unless for Elite Research with Boost Ball. That's really the only thing stopping him at this point. Other than that, he can just go and get all the artifacts and finish the game with that Phazon Suit.
Mm-hmm. So I guess we still could find boost here on the way just to help out a little bit, but they help out the Ridley fight and potentially Elite Research. Still going to be down a visor, which he's probably not going to go back for at this point, but it shouldn't be fine. I think this is a big enough of a lead that even if you're bad at Essence without visors, that you'll have a solid enough lead.
Yeah, I don't think a visor will be a difference maker at this rate.
Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, getting spotted by that Elite Pirate there. Interesting. I guess just a pro tip for future players. You do not need to fight the cloak drone at all if an item in there is something you don't need. Unless, of course, you still have to fight it if you want the save station, but it is just faster to just go straight to MQA from here. But
And I think that's what Death King is doing, farming power bombs. And yeah, it would look like it's just gonna skip doing the maze. And yeah, as Short said, you can skip doing the fight too, but you can also skip the maze.
yeah, there used to be a big crash here that fighting the cloak drone in spawning, turning on the maze, and then heading to MQA would crash the game. But thankfully that has now been fixed. The maze deloads as soon as you leave the room. So firing squad will not overload your RAM anymore, and it's now free to just be able to be skipped. Okay, well, we got MQA coming up here. This is not an artifact, so this could still be something. I wonder if Death King knows the really good dash for MQA. This room is very hard to pull off fast.
It's a very fun dash. When you get it, it's really fun. Just like Triclops Pit.
Okay, well, we do have X-ray, so this makes this room fast anyways.
Makes it GG easy. And it looks like JhavA is heading into labs. We'll probably find gravity soon here.
Looking at the item, MQA is not interested. Ooh, I also just noticed we have a nice bright electric blue for our phase on suit today on Death King's side. Very swanky, spiffy, I might add.
I love the blue. And that's what I use too. Scans the pirate on accident.
Almost grabs that nothing, but chooses not to. Chooses to let it live, as it were. Fun fact: if the colors of those nothings, we call them Notroids, just nothing Metroids. The colors are random on load, but you can also make them change color manually by just bringing up your map and closing it, and it'll change color.
Yeah, you can. It just likes to showcase more of the flavors. I always do that in all my matches, just to show them off more. You know, makes it more exciting.
Yeah, just a neat little side project. We've been keeping track of all the different type of color coordinations that the Notroids have been having.
Did Death King peek phase on mining tunnel before going in?
He did not.
Just blind checking.
Yeah,
I mean,
blind checking PMT. Okay.
I guess. Yeah, it's a missile.
Maybe he actually doesn't know about it. You can.
Yeah.
It would make sense if people didn't know, but you can just turn around and look into that hole, and you can see the item from there. It makes that room just much faster, especially if you don't have phase on suit at this point. Oh. JhavA's
gonna get limited influence here. Oh, well, it's moving slow enough. Yeah, I was well done.
Yeah. A tip for that is that whenever you are moving right. Oh,
there's
okay.
boost ball.
Boost. Okay, that's just very convenient. Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't look like there's going to be anything stopping Death King now. It's just completely go mode, can head to the end of the game.
So JhavA's save warping out of labs. Did he save in Frost Cave?
I think so.
I hope he doesn't have to fight or get MQA again. Okay, yeah, it looks good. Yeah, pro tip for reverse pirate skip in Control Tower. Whenever you tap right, make sure that you jump first, because if you If you like tap right on the ground, there's a chance that you can get limited influence right into the trigger and start the fight anyways. But if you're in the air, it won't do that.
JhavA is lagging. Well, is lagging. I don't know if that's just the stream.
I think that's a stream. It looks fine now. Okay. So from here, I guess JhavA is going to make his way to mines now, knowing that Phendrana is full clear at this point. Besides Ice Temple. Yeah, I think the best play from here on JhavA's end would just be to go through PCA, or PPC.
Yeah, I would head to mines. But Gravity Suit did not actually end up being in lab, so I'm curious where that's at. It could be on Flagra. It could.
You know what it could be? It could be Cargo Freight Lift.
Oh, it could. Oh.
That would be rude. But thankfully, Death King was able to skip that. So
yeah, we'll see. I think it's gonna head into mines. That's what I would do, but I don't know what JhavA's gonna do here.
nope, don't come in from that way. Oh, okay.
Wait, can you do like the thing, the pirate, where it like can't see you?
Yes, you can do that on Omega Pirate as well.
Oh, I never knew you could do that actually.
You have to come in from the left or possibly from the right, but everybody I see doesn't come from the left.
Yeah, if you roll in to the cutscene trigger to the left or right of OP, he will still attempt to find you, like every other elite pirate. So yes, that is big manip. So you can just get all the armor without ever having to attack him. And then just get trooper skip, and then smooth sailing. So, fortunately, having to fight Omega Pirate with this very annoying, just absorbing defense thing. I've never really understood why the pirates do that. Just to be annoying, I guess.
Yeah, I don't get that. It's kind of weird.
Okay, JhavA is coming in from PPC. And
Hopefully does lower mines first. So that's where artifacts and phase on suit and boost ball is at.
just a big treasure trove, I guess. It doesn't seem you're too close to the pool. Does Death King know the OP manip? Okay, seems like it. Nice.
Yeah, I think so.
So now you don't fight these pirates and just focus on OP. Oh!
Hi, Calvin.
Wow.
Those are Calvin's
what was
brothers.
that? What was that jump that he did?
Whoa! That was crazy.
I don't even know what happened there.
What was that? Wow.
Okay. Another pro tip here is to use the C-stick missile spam here. That avoids that tractor beam that OP does. But it seems that Death King is very low on missiles anyways, so oh well.
Is he out?
I don't think he's out, but he's low.
I think he has one. A single missile.
A single one. That's all he needs. Maybe he goes for plasma stretch here instead.
Yeah, I kind of think you have to. I don't know what else you would do. Well, you can do the power bomb thing, or that just skips the pirates, right?
So you can also lay a power bomb at the pool that OP will spawn at. And the thing is that you have to unmorph and whip out X-ray for that PB to actually do damage to him. Because that's the reason why X-ray is hard required here, is because OP just does not spawn unless he is in X-ray visor during this phase-on collection mode here. Okay, then.
Oh no, don't target on the pirate again. Oh, okay. Just a 2-cycle. And it does look like JhavA is headed for lower mines.
Yep. Did pick up those mains PBs as well, so does know that this is logical now. He's going to find this phase-on suit right here.
Yeah, isn't too far behind, but unfortunately I don't think there's really anything that could let him catch up at this point. Like, the only advantage that JhavA has, well, he has thermal and he has arbor chamber, and both of those are not going to take too much time away from Death King.
Mm-hmm. JhavA almost forgot to grab the phase-on suit on the way out. Okay, so now we just have to go and see Philip. We do have boost ball now, so it shouldn't be a problem for either place that it's at. And then...
And Calvin.
And Calvin, don't forget Calvin. And then, oh, you could just route straight up through the entrance of mines and go to Arbor or Great Tree Chamber. So I guess actually putting it off paid off.
Putting it off, yeah, it did actually work out for them. We'll see, is JhavA gonna do the maze? Or is he just gonna fight the drone? Hopefully it's just the drone fight, not the maze. Because you can skip the maze.
Yeah, JhavA does know that they enabled spring balls, so the maze skip is not as bad. It is still pretty bad.
Yeah, it looks like setting through Drumon's, just doing the drone fight. Similar to DK. They've both done a lot of the exact same things here. Like both needing more missiles for the Tower of Light thing at like the same. It's crazy. They've been very similar with the things they've done.
Yeah, but it just the play into mines was just a big break for Death King.
Yeah, heading into mines out of logic there did help a lot. And that's really the main divergence that put him ahead. And is not doing the clip to get in reverse. Maybe he doesn't know about that. So we'll have to go through mine security station. This room is pretty slow because you have to kill all these thermal pirates and then also the wave pirates up top of the room for the doors to unlock.
Maybe he doesn't know about it because I guess the way I can explain it is that when you boost normally, the fact that you are holding up on the control stick will cap your speed from the boost ball. So what you want to do to like optimally boost and get everywhere is that you just want to boost really fast, but let go of the control stick when you actually let release B, and that the speed will just amounts so much faster, you'll get like insane speed. And we can actually even use that to our advantage to clip through certain geometry that's not modeled in like the back like Elite Research is.
Yes, and 3 of those clips are in Logic, including the one that Death King is not on. So that clip is in Logic, but decided not to do it.
The other 2, I believe, is Flagra in Arboretum, that gate there.
Yeah, and then Watery Hall.
Watery Hall, okay. Here's Philip. Let's hope that he has the artifact, because we just like to see artifacts on Philip. You French vanilla, actually.
Yo, Philip. Yep, it's on Philip.
Artifact of Elder. Fortunately, that's not the actual one.
That's not vanilla. Artifact of Elder is in Control Tower.
I believe Philip has Artifact of Warrior, actually.
That would make sense. Maybe the only artifact that actually makes sense.
Yeah, although I still think it would make more sense for Artifact of Warrior to be in Warrior Shrine.
Yeah, that's true.
Not Strength, but it's not that bad. I don't know what you would put on it instead.
Maybe Strength on Philip. So you have to fight that guy.
Ooh, okay. Yeah.
And then Artifact of Warrior would be the tiny artifact.
Worth noting, JhavA is out of power bombs, so it's going to be a bit of a struggle to get the boost ball.
You can just multi-ball bomb.
Yeah, that does open.
I thought that one was Bendesium. My bad.
And we also are right next to the missile station, which does now still give us refills on power bombs as well. That is staying forever. It was not just a Door Rando exclusive. They will now, for the rest of Randovania, I guess, they will be dropping power bombs. Or refilling power bombs.
Yeah, JhavA sees that this is a boost ball and is going to pick it up. Will he do the slope jump to get out? Oh, that Metroid just went out of bounds. No, not doing the slope jump. Is gonna climb up the room from the beginning. And Death King is gonna pick up the Great Free Chamber artifact.
Oh, okay. JhavA just wants to get the missile station.
And fell down again.
Yeah, this honestly, it's really hard to get there. I think you can get in L jump.
Death King not turning on X-ray just to style on us.
Yeah, I did that in a root cave too.
You can, I do believe you can L jump to one of the mushrooms from close to the actual pickup in this room. So, but it's kind of difficult, so it makes sense why you would want to take the glider.
Death King checks his last artifact, remembering it's an Arbor Chamber, and is probably going to just head straight back to Talon through FCS, pick up the Arbor Chamber, and then beat the game.
Also, I'd like to know when JhavA got the missile refill, he was able to pull up the pause screen before the notification for the missiles came up. I did not know that was possible.
MQB Pirates. They suck. Yeah. They are very bad.
Yep. Plasma Pirates are probably the either second or third worst pirates. Power pirates are better if you have supers, but not if you don't.
Yeah, power pirates can be pretty awful to deal with. Wave pirates you can kind of stun lock, but if there's multiple, it's pretty bad. And then ice pirates are generally the easiest to deal with because you can just freeze them and shoot a missile and they're immediately dead.
Mm-hmm. We love ice pirates. Okay, so from here, I'm going to get Arbor Chamber and then go fight Ridley. Still is down a visor, but we do have boost ball, so Ridley will be much nicer.
Yeah, I think the win is pretty solid for Death King, unless there's like a death or something, but he has so much energy that I don't think that's going to happen.
Oh, yeah, he does. He's just been on 3 this whole time. I didn't notice that he has like 6 or 7. Man, crazy. Okay, JhavA is about to start OP here. I hope that at least he knows how to walk around it at the beginning. If he goes to the left here, he will.
Doesn't look like it.
Doesn't either. Wow, okay. I would have assumed that most people would have known that, but
I didn't even know about that.
maybe that is just like a experienced player knowledge thing. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm new to this too.
Yeah, you'll pick it up. It's something that you'll know if you speedrun the game.
Yeah, I've been working towards any percent, but
Oh, really?
I'm very new to Prime 1.
I think you'll do just fine. I've been really impressed with your skill throughout this tournament so far.
Well, thanks.
You're
Oh,
welcome.
red Omega Pirate. That's just happened to me in my race, but he turned to green. What causes the color change from Omega Pirate?
I don't know. That's so weird.
Yeah, JhavA is doing the fast super strategy where you shoot two missiles before a super, and then you only need to use 3 supers instead of 4, and it makes the one cycle a lot more consistent. Unless he targets onto the pirate. Oh, that was scammed. That was a scam right there. And of course the pirates are just staying on the walls, so OP won't kill them with the wave attack. 2 of the pirates are on the walls. That's bad luck.
Thankfully, it does have more missiles than Death King, so can missile spam.
Yeah, the little absorby thingies do not absorb missiles, but they do absorb everything else.
They do take 5 missiles each to break, so they probably won't see any more supers. Might switch to plasma strats from here.
Finished that off. Has 7 missiles, so it does have enough for another super, and just 1 super will do it for Omega Pirate at this point.
Oh yeah, drop more troopers. Okay, well we got Ridley coming up here. Can we get a flyby skip? Maybe. Okay, come on. Aw, That actually looked really good. If he was standing at the actual spot for the setup, he might have actually gotten that. I think it was more to the right and up against the wall.
Yeah, I also do need to learn flyby skip too.
Yeah, T3, any percent world record holder, does have a setup video on it now. He's recently engineered, I believe, himself. It's relatively consistent. It's a lot to go into, but like once you like learn like kind of what you want to do, it's actually not the worst to try and improv it if things go wrong. You just kind of need to know the frame and like the general like positioning of Ridley and you.
Also, one thing that's worth noting is that Death King did immediately destroy most of Ridley's health there. Ridley is very weak to boost ball, at least in his first phase. They forgot to remove the boost ball damage, and so it does 20, is it 50,000 damage? It does a lot of damage.
Yeah,
basically,
50K of frame.
It will immediately kill Ridley's first phase and just send him straight into the second phase. So once he lands on the ground, you just boost into him, and you can skip most of the first phase with that.
Surprisingly, opting to do plasma on the second fight. Most people like to do missiles and charge beam. It's just easier to aim for those dash shots.
Might be saving them for EXO.
That is.
We do have
that
all
is
our
another
confidence. We do have all our confidence.
So yeah, saving missiles for EXO and not getting that missile station there is kind of big, but I think, and it's hard to know if just the walk to the missile station versus the time you lose on Ridley's second fight make up for each other. I don't know. Okay, I don't think we are going to be seeing any exo skips here today. I would be surprised if our racers knew about them. If they didn't know how to do OP spin manip. I don't think you can get exo skip. That might be a bit assuming of me, but yeah, we'll probably just be seeing an exoskeleton here.
Looks like it's just going to do the phase-on core quick climb and not go to the missile station, so it's probably saving the missiles for that. And meanwhile, JhavA is doing the clip into Elite Research that we were talking about earlier.
Okay.
Missed that jump, but still landed on one of the lower platforms. Wow. So I can go over to the missile station.
Saved. But yeah, boosting through Elite Research, the key there is to just not hold the control stick when you're boosting. You'll gain much more speed. Letting you clip through. Oh, you can walk on those spider tracks? I didn't know that. Huh. I guess if you're like really low health and you want to save stuff, that's fair. The phase-on just going like R jumping through there, like you only like lose 1 health.
Yeah, you take 1 damage, and you can actually, if you jump almost frame perfect when you land, you can do it without taking any damage.
Interesting.
Oh, Wave Buster, let's go.
Okay. I would rather he use it for Ice Spreader, but
it's funny.
But yeah, it is indeed funny. Seems to have he has a fair amount of missiles to burn.
Yeah, but that did, I think, use more than half of the missiles. You can use your missiles for sure wiser than that. If you use them on the ice phase like that with Ice Spreader, you can immediately kill EXO, well, at least that phase. And then you also, right here, as he turns around, you can immediately Ice Spreader. and then that'll skip this next phase too, which was a power beam phase, and then can do the same thing with super missiles to get rid of most of the damage for the wave phase. And wave is the slowest beam. It does only 40 damage per charge shot, and so it does the least DPS. So you want to skip wave phases if you can.
Yeah, that was a really good sub chamber too. That's pretty much the exact RNG that we want to see. We would have probably wanted to see wave actually being skipped by Ice Spreader. We'll take getting
ice,
super off.
Ice wave power.
Opening with plasma, it's good.
Yeah, I think plasma ice wave power. Or power plasma ice wave too.
So the way that you want to have it happen is a power or a strong beam against a weak beam. So I don't know the actual like textbook fastest one, but you would want to see either wave or power up next getting skipped.
Yeah, you can super. If you don't have supers, you want to see plasma, or you want to see power after a weak or after a strong beam. Since power only does 50 damage per charge shot, wave does 40, and then both. Well, ice does 90, plasma does 100. So they both do a lot more damage than wave or power, which is what you want. You want them to do the most amount of damage as possible. And you can shoot Exo while it's dashing to do extra damage. So if you have a plasma phase, you can do 2 charge shots and essentially completely skip the previous phase, sort of like you can with Ice Spreader, but you just shoot him while he's dashing, and then shoot him as he turns around. You can do 200 damage, and each phase only takes 200 damage.
Subchamber 4 coming up here. This is the worst part of the fight, as Exo can change phases at any point in time, not after you just do a certain amount of damage. You even do stuff like just charging randomly and even just doubling all animation speed, which is only really good after you beat the fight, because that applies to the death animation cutscene. But yeah, more often than not, that speed up just ends up you missing turnaround and passes, flyby shots.
It is funny to see the sped up death cutscene. It's like high gravity.
Mm-hmm. You see it right here. Look at that, how fast that charge was.
And it would appear Talon 4 has pretty low gravity though, because look at how high Samus jumps. I mean, that's a big jump.
I don't know if we actually have stats on atmosphere and the likes. I don't know what exactly planet statistics are. What is it, like radius of the planet or something? Mass of the planet?
I think the mass. The mass, yeah.
I don't think we know that, but maybe that's like in some print work that I've never seen before.
Maybe one of the scans in labs tells us.
Could be true. Okay, that's Exo down. Time for Essence.
Yes, the scans in labs and mines have a lot of lore. I mean, most of it's about Omega Pirate, though. I don't really remember it because I only scanned them the first time I played the game.
Okay.
Maybe the 200% runners know.
Are there people actually doing 200%?
I don't know. I don't even know if that exists. I know it's a thing for Echoes, I think, but I don't know if that exists for Prime.
It probably does. Okay, JhavA is in go mode, so is making his way to Impact Crater, but probably won't get to finish or start Exo before Death King finishes here.
Yeah, it's a pretty quick. Essence is usually pretty fast. If you're missing one visor, it'll take about 3 minutes. So, and JhavA still has to fight Ridley too. So I bet we'll finish while he's fighting Ridley, which will probably annoy JhavA some. But I think JhavA will still finish.
Yeah, it's still quite a relatively close race. We didn't really see that much of route divergence among the two until like the very end, where Death King went for mines earlier. But yeah, it's still quite the close race. Shout out to our runners. Unfortunately, it seems like the SpeedGaming bot is down, so we can't give the links to their Twitch at the moment. But make sure to follow them anyways. They've been doing really well here, as well as the people in the booth here. This is Bruz's first time commentating the SpeedGaming race. He's been doing really well. Shoutouts to Pierre as well for tracking. He's been doing this forever. Love this man. Best tracker around. Giving even Op a run for his money. From here, you might. This is where you would want to start pool canceling.
Yeah, you don't. Only a little bit of pool cancel, but I don't think he'll be able to get him with just doing attack cancels on this. Is he doing pool cancels? I can't tell. I mean, he's on power beam, but I don't think he's moving. Super close. 1 HP.
Yeah, if you got like one attack canceling, you can still just hit him with that randomly spray.
Oh, got him right there.
That was close. That's a GG's for Death King II with a official race time of 1 hour, 42 minutes, 58 seconds. JhavA hasn't forfeited yet, so he's probably going to finish final bosses.
Hello, Death King.
Hey.
GG's.
Yes, very well done.
Thanks. I really thought it would be way closer since I... maybe got the plasma beam a little bit late.
Yeah, you guys both got them pretty close together, but JhavA got it a little bit before you.
Eh?
GG's.
Yes, very well done.
It would be so much more faster if you would just go to front run instead.
Way closer.
Let's just try mines. Nope. Maybe got the plasma beam a little bit late.
Yeah, you guys both got them pretty close. Well, so that dip into mines there that you did, your first dip into mines where you found main PBs, did end up helping you a lot, because right after you got plasma, you went back into mines, but after you and JhavA got plasma like the same time, pretty much. JhavA got it like a minute before you did. But JhavA went and did Farfen and Labs, whereas you went straight into Mines and found the Phazon Suit and Boost Ball and just got a little bit ahead because of that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And even if with the first run into Mines, you could have found the Phazon Suit, you could get Boost Ball, could make things much faster. Nope.
Yeah.
Don't try it.
We were initially thinking that you were actually going to make Quarantine Monitor in the first place, because that check was in logic, and you would have found Plasma, and then you could have actually just gone to Mines anyways, regardless of knowing if mains were there, considering how many PBs you just had.
Yeah. Also, the fight against TARDIS, it would also be faster. Just first check the item, then fight. No. And I don't know what this guy even did today?
About
Trolled me.
Yeah, some pro tips for Thartis. If you lay regular morph bombs instead of power bombs, that will instantly shatter the boulders in Thartis. So it'll skip like half of the boulder's health. So it'll you'll get the lock on immediately and everything. So yeah, I highly recommend start doing that. As well as for OP, when both of you actually you went you like entered the cutscene for OP right in the dead center of his eyesight. Fun fact: OP behaves like all of the other elite pirates, whereas he has to find you first. So if you enter the cutscene from the side and then skip, then you can just basically just rotate all around him and shatter all the armor without any attacks from him.
Let's
That's
see
the
where
point I missed, okay.
let's see where gravity is in the credits.
Oh yeah, that was the last missing piece for progression. Since main PBs were in mines, you had to logically come in from frigate.
Chozo Ice Temple.
Oh, that's bad. That's
Not
like
as bad as Cargo Freight Lift.
yeah, that is the one orphan check in Fendrana with that plasma beam. That was
Definitely.
I mean, better gravity than something important like Phazon suit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, for sure. But taking that first dip into mines, I think even though you say it hurt, I think that did help because you went straight back into mines after finding the plasma because you knew power bombs were there. I'd imagine JhavA didn't go in because he thought he thought it wasn't in logic yet, and it wasn't. But he cleared out Farfendrana and labs, and then went into mines after finding nothing there. And that's really what gave you your lead over him.
Yeah, I mean, I was also already thinking about, just collect the artifacts, get your info where the suit is, because you can go down there without boost and all. So I had nothing to lose after I found plasma.
Yeah, that was kind of a rude boost ball location, considering that you had already gone up towards Elite Research. The first pass you went there, although it was on Philip the Phazon Elite, so you could have just gotten that first pass, but it's understandable why you wouldn't want to go through there without boost ball.
Yeah.
There is a way to get the cannon to face that way without using boost ball, but it takes an incredibly long time. Basically, you just you morph in front of the spinner and then walk into it backwards, and then the cutscene or like the camera angle changing to like look at the plasma cannon will make your like angle rotation like spin the turret a little, or spin the laser cannon a little bit. And since the thing doesn't go back to like a neutral state after you start spinning like most other spinners do, you can just keep doing that forever. But that takes like a full minute if you don't have boost.
Wow.
So that's kind of annoying.
Yeah. I mean, before I learn something like this, I should learn a little bit more scan dashes. Like Tower of Light. I always fail it.
Yeah.
Maybe I get the first two, but then I fail.
Yeah.
You and JhavA both did the. You guys both saw ice and then didn't have enough missiles and left. So you both did that, and you were like synced up exactly. For the first 15 minutes, you guys were making the exact same routing decisions, and you guys were pretty much completely synced up.
Yeah, both of you attempted the scan dashes up Tower of Light, but couldn't get them, which is understandable. But yeah, I highly recommend to after you start, when you press the B button to do the dash part, and you let go of L, let go of the control stick as well, because what I saw you do is that you turned immediately after you started the dash, and that kills your speed. So you don't get as far when you turn. So you want to keep moving sideways as much as possible.
Man, those ice lasers can be quite mean.
Yeah, that just like tanked his frames for a little bit there. That was really funny.
Yeah, and if you get hit by that while in Morph Ball, you're basically just dead. That happened to me in a casual race. And I died to EXO.
Never even thought about getting frozen as a morph ball at this point.
Yeah, it was like right after he had dashed. It was one of my first races, so I didn't know you could like shoot him as he turned around, so I was morphing in the little thing, and then he turned around and immediately did the ice laser. And did all my health and died.
JhavA just got hit by 2 of those ice orbs, and so please destroy those.
Yeah, and those plasma orbs do a ton of damage because they set you on fire.
Yeah, that's one point I died to. Getting hit by his plasma beam.
Yeah, and you had a lot of energy going into that fight.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, those missile attacks do a lot of damage.
Yeah.
You can sort of avoid them by standing closer to EXO, but it does not seem like JhavA knows that.
It's also just relatively hard to do anyways. So
Yeah.
makes sense. Is cutting it incredibly close on health here. Sure hope he doesn't die on this sub-chamber.
Yeah, that would be very unfortunate.
Oh, that thing curves? I didn't know that. Huh. Rude EXO. Baiting you with the plasma phase and then immediately switching to wave.
It's like, oh, here's a free phase. Nope, it's not a free phase. Oh, he FF'd. I think he died.
Oh no.
The stream is 30 seconds behind. He just forfeited in the race time room. Oh yeah, that's gonna kill him.
Ooh.
Oh, 1 health. Oh.
Wow.
Oh, and that's a death.
Welcome, JhavA. We just saw you die in the stream right here. It's fortunate.
How cool would it have been if I was able to survive on 1 health, though?
That would have been really cool.
That would have been awesome. What happened there is that Essence animation speed jacked up, so he like shot that wave laser like instantly and just gunned you down. That was unfortunate.
Yeah, I was GG's death, by the way.
GG.
But yeah, I had so much health going into EXO that I like didn't really like do a lot of the tactics I usually do to avoid their attacks. So, and I also forgot that I never picked up Gravity Suit. So, and I don't think I've ever fought EXO without 3 suits. So that was, I think there was just a lot more damage.
Yeah. We saw in the spoiler, neither of you picked up Gravity. It was actually in Chozo Ice Temple.
Oh, yeah,
which was getting that was no one was getting that. That was just considering where Plasma was and where routing was heading towards that point. Yeah. No.
Logically required though.
Yeah. The main PBs so this is what put Death King in the major lead is that he actually went towards workstation and actually entered mines and found main PBs and elite control access. And so you could logically figure out that you had to come in from frigate. So it was a very potentially good play to skip doing the rest of Fendrana to just play for going through mines. Although Death King did not find plasma at that point, so he had to save warp back out to couldn't get any artifacts. You guys actually both ended up finding plasma at the same time. Both of you converged. Death King fought Thardus, and you actually went around and got it like about a minute before him. But then after Death King got that plasma, he went back into mines and skipped all of Far Fendrana.
Yeah, that's really what gave him the lead, was not doing Farfendrana or Labs, because you both picked up plasma at the same time with the same gear. It's just him having gone to mines, knowing that you needed just gravity and the thermal to get to mines. He just went straight to mines after that, and that's what gave him the win.
Yeah, I felt like my routing in the early game was not great. Like I just felt like a lot of it could have been better. Like when I was in Far Fendrana, I remember I went to get the save point. I went to the save station in Frost Cave, and I was like, okay, let's just see if Labs has, like, I was honestly just looking for Boost Ball at that point, and yeah, it didn't have anything. Oh wait, I didn't have Phase on either, so I needed both of those. And then when I saved warp back, it just felt like that took such a long time to do all of Farfen and Labs. And then by the time I made it to Mines, I just felt behind.
Yeah, that's really what took up the time there.
Yeah, I think it'll be a fun one to watch back.
Yes.
Certainly, you guys were very, very synced up at the beginning. It was very interesting to watch.
Yeah, both of you did Tower of Light at the same time, and neither of you had enough missiles to climb up normally. Both of you attempted climbing it with scan dashes, but weren't able to get it, and both backtracked to get missiles. Actually, Death King, I don't remember who it was, but one of you actually went back to Talon to go do checks and get hints first. I believe that was Death King. Whereas
Yeah,
JhavA, you actually stayed in Chozo to get missile drops.
Yeah, I went back. I thought, yeah, might as well get some new checks, get some info before. I mean, at this point, it wasn't that necessary to get ice already. And I knew, all right, if I use the safe warp, I get back there quite fast.
I do think that was better routing decisions, but that did give JhavA ice relatively quickly. So both of you, or I guess JhavA actually, he went to Far Chozo first after getting that ice beam, and unfortunately there wasn't anything of value there. But you did. We were thinking that you were going to get like Great Tree Chamber on the way there or Overgrown Cavern, but it actually chose to save warp out of those, which I wanted to know why you decided to save warp out of there, JhavA. Not do Great Tree Chamber.
So I was debating about that, because I knew that I knew I already had the hints at that point, so I knew that there was an artifact there, but that was a one-off check for me, and I figured after I felt like I had avoided Magmor forever at that point, because I picked up where was Varia in Ruined Gallery.
Ruined Gallery, yes.
Yeah, like I think I did all of early Chozo and all of Far Chozo before going to Magmor, and all of early Talon too. So I just felt like I was avoiding that for so long, and without main PBs, without boost, I couldn't get anything. I couldn't get anything in the Life Grove area. So I figured, I know that's an artifact. I know I'm not going to get progression there, and I just felt like I was avoiding Magmor for too long.
Yeah, that is a fair play. It actually ended up routing not that bad for Death King. After getting elite research, he just went up through the entrance of mines to go, because since Boost was found in lower mines, you could just climb up Great Tree Hall and then just go to Overgrown Cavern from there and then be done. So it actually, it turned out to actually be not that bad of a play.
Yeah, I actually was kind of proud of how my endgame routing worked out, because I did the lower mines loop and went up to elite research from there, and then just grabbed the Great Tree Chamber on my way to Overgrown Cavern.
Yeah, this was a special case since Boost Ball was in lower mines, but I would highly recommend just routing in general to do, if you come in from PPC and you haven't done mines yet, and you can do all of lower mines, that you do that first. Since that routes right back into PPC, you can head right back up to upper mines from there in a relatively quick fashion. Whereas you have to kind of do a lesser neat of a circle for upper mines.
That's fair.
Yeah, both of you guys had really good end game routing. Both of you kind of did like the same things at different times at the beginning of the early game, which converged at you guys both getting plasma. But yeah, it was really just JhavA staying in Phendrana versus Death King starting mines that determined the race.
Oh, you found all the beam combos.
Yeah, so fun fact, Thardus actually had Ice Spreader.
Yeah, I wasn't getting that.
Yeah, a little consolation.
Wise decision.
Yeah.
Oh, did you not get thermal?
No, he didn't do Farfenderana.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
Yeah, so that was like the only lead that you did end up having on him. You would have had an easier essence fight, but at that point, Death King was probably like 10 minutes ahead, considering that he was starting mines.
Yeah,
So-
and like that Fen loop I did pretty much took 10 minutes, so that makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, that was the first time I've actually fought Ridley in a match, so that was nice.
Yeah. I'm glad, but just you guys get improved a little bit every race. So yes. So don't feel too disheartened about your losses, because they are a lesson, as someone likes to say. I'm sure someone says that.
Well, hey, yeah, I'm glad one of us is walking away with it here.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's about everything for us to say. Let's see. Races are coming up. There are still more races up today. The next one that's happening is actually, it's already started. Frostbite versus Diggle, which is on SpeedGaming 5. That started about an hour ago. So make sure to go check out that one. As well as two other ones happening later today. We have one at 6:30 and one at 7. So in about half an hour and then a full hour from there. Make sure to check those ones. We got Arrow Razor versus Jeff Gaines in Games on SpeedGaming 2, as well as Dark Star versus Emerald Pie on SpeedGaming Main here. So yeah, look forward to those that are happening today, and we still got plenty of matches. We got tons set up for the weekends. We got 5 on Friday right now and 6 on Saturday. So yeah, make sure to tune in there. But yeah, make sure to follow our runners. I think is the Speed Gaming bot still down? Yeah, unfortunately we don't have links, but make sure to check us out anyways. MetroidPrime.run is the main hub for Prime speedrunning, as well as Randomizer. You'll find a bunch of links to the community discords and resources that we all use. So if you want to check us out, make sure to head over there. That'll be the fastest way to get into the community, I guess. And yeah, do we have any final thoughts from our runners here?
Follow the commentators in the tracker. They've done an amazing job.
Yeah.
And
Thank you.
And yeah, follow Death King. I don't really stream, so please follow Death King. He's also good here, so.
That's something I haven't heard all the time. But yeah,
Thanks.
thanks for the restream. Thanks for the race. It was fun.
Yeah, thanks to SpeedGaming staff as well.
Yeah, you're welcome. Okay, and with that, got nothing else left to say here. So, see you all next mission.